everyone. My name is Kalani. I'm a new Night Brothers correspondent. Welcome to tonight's show where we discuss healthy ways to improve your lives. We have a super dope show lined up for you tonight and hope you enjoy our content. We know you are a loyal viewer and want to see the show grow. So I ask that you do me a quick favor and subscribe to KBS YouTube channel shown on the screen. Also scan the QR code on the screen where you can make a donation of any amount to support us. And oh yeah, thanks to the best audience.
Yo.
What's
Good, gentlemen.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Yo, feeling out there.
All right.
What's going on, my brothers?
Happy Tuesday,
Right.
happy Tuesday.
Peace and Yes,
Happy Tuesday
yes.
to everyone. Just like Cheryl said, happy Tuesday to everyone.
Yes, sir. Another beautiful Tuesday. Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Love, thank you.
Tuesday.
It's the
Cheryl
Tuesday.
Queen is in the house. How you doing, Cheryl?
Yes, indeed.
Pauline,
How you doing, Darlene? DC in the house. My girl.
Yeah, it's Tuesday evening, so you know what time it is, 8 p.m. right here. YouTube primarily, Facebook from time to time. Tonight was one of the lucky nights that Facebook made it in. They just made it in under the belt queue, you know what I mean? Because they was about to get stomped for a second. Yeah, part-time basis,
yeah. Yeah, on part-time.
But definitely another great Tuesday evening. It's a power-packed show in so many different ways tonight.
Yes.
Serious issues to talk about, tackling some social issues that we always do, and also a recurring theme social issue too that just for some reason it's like a net or like a ailment that just won't seem to go away. You know what I mean? But we're gonna dive into it and talk about it, break it down.
Here we are once again.
Tell you what we mean.
Mimi Lee, welcome to the show.
What's up, Mimi Lee?
Midlife Summer. Simmer, how you doing? Midlife Summer.
No doubt. And always the good on the show.
Did.
You know?
Yes,
Number
indeed.
one starter.
One stunner.
Yeah. So that's what's up, fellas. So welcome to the crew. Look, y'all know what time it is. About this time, you've done step one of two of your jobs, of three of your jobs, really. You've done step one. You've joined the show. Okay.
Yes. Step two. Step two.
Step two is you share this on your page so other folks can see what's going on and they might want to join it. You know, you can't keep all the goodness to yourself. You got to share this goodness, Q. You know what I mean? Spread it around.
Pass it around. Pass it. Put it in left hand side.
And step three, comment like y'all doing right now, like this beautiful soul right here who just had a birthday. Shout out to TD in the building.
Teresa Davis. Teresa
TD in the building.
Don't celebrate your birthday, man. That's what you're supposed to do, Teresa.
Happy Tuesday.
Yes, indeed.
Every
So
day.
do the three-step method. You already joined Midlife Summer. Join. Share it on your page, Midlife. Comment. Be active. This is an interactive show. So without further,
Hold up. We can't go no further. Because, you know, it's like the groove, baby. It's a 4 count on the groove. You got the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You got to put the 4 on them, baby.
4 of us, so each one of us got a count. Okay.
Subscribe.
All right.
And then smash that bell for the live 1 and 5 one.
All
So
right.
you can hear every time we come back on. Peace and love.
I like that. Natural.
Don't celebrate. I hear you, Teresa. I hear you,
Hey,
Teresa.
man, you got to keep the groove alive, baby.
Uh,
Hey, man, you know what? Though? It's so fucking Hey. Peace and love. You know where we are. It's the Night Brothers Show. This is where healthy is the new sexy. And it's just spreading everywhere, man. You go to the beach, healthy is the new sexy. Go down the street, healthy is the new sexy. Go to work, healthy is really like the new sexy. Straight up. So everywhere you go, healthy is the new sexy. So stay healthy. That means you super sexy. So stick around. You know what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it moving. I know I got my brother coming up in a little bit. Q Master, Q the Fast Master. Let me say that right. The Fast Master. Cut the weight faster. Get in it, no stone cool, bro. Yes, indeed. So welcome to the Night Brothers Show. And you know what you do. Every time we appreciate you. We would just like to thank all of you for your comments. Cheryl, Queen, Darlene Collins, Midlife Simmer, Mimi Lee, Margaret Nick, Teresa Davis. We just all appreciate you so much. Legends from the past, of course. Cheryl Queen, peace and love. Thank you so much for commenting. And if you're new to the show, we want you to just take a moment and throw something out there because this is an active show. You know, we're radio active. So we want to hear what you think, your comments, and we're going to throw it out to the crowd and find out what everybody thinks, if they agree or they don't. And, you know, this is a safe place. So, you know, whether we agree or disagree, we still want to hear your voice because somebody else agrees with you, I'm sure. So make a moment, take a moment, hit the like, hit the love, share your thoughts with everyone here. And I just want to thank all those that have helped and donated their time, their money, their resources, their profession to the show in every way. So we love you and we appreciate you. And we wish the best for you. Let's keep it popping, baby. You got
Clients at all three. I love that, girl. All right. On, yeah. Liking that fresh look, Lanny. Liking that fresh look, brother.
Live and direct.
Liking that fresh look, yeah. All right, we got a couple of tasty beverages on tap tonight. Hope everybody's thirsty because it's time for y'all to take a few sips. Take a few sips and relax and engage with us as we have this two-way conversation that we love to have. As we always say, it's the show where your opinion matters, so we want to hear from you. We don't want to just talk to you. We want to hear from you as well. And as first drink on beverage on tap tonight, we're going to cover something that we felt we had to shed more light on because this story is not getting the coverage that it deserved. We're going to talk about the Sonya Massey case, and we're going to break it down in depth. Some of you may be aware of the story, some of you may not. I want you to pay close attention because it's a story that needs to be told. And I want to remind you right now, some of it may be a little graphic, guys, so it's very exciting. Following that, we're going to go to our feature segment tonight. Our feature segment tonight, we're going to dive in something that has a little bit of a movement going on, particularly among the more affluent. In our feature segment, we're going to talk about the truth about Ozempic. Now, some of you may have heard about this Ozempic. Some of you may not know about it. We're going to break down whether it's beneficial or detrimental. And we're going to show you what Ozempic is, how it's used, and we're going to show you both sides of the coin. Back to you, man.
Got you, brother.
Breaking right now at 4, body camera video just released of the moment a sheriff's deputy shot and killed a woman in central Illinois. The video is disturbing and the reactions are emotional from the family all the way to the White House.
Lauren Victory has been going through the video. Lauren, the situation escalated very quickly. Well, Jim and Marie, this police encounter turns deadly in just seconds, and we need to warn viewers the body camera footage is graphic, but not right away. The officers who were called to her home spent several minutes with her gathering information about the 911 call she initially placed.
Deputies arrived to Sonya Massey's house on July 6th after she reported a possible intruder. Body camera video shows them searching her property and taking special interest in a car with broken windows. They knock at least 5 times, and Massey comes to the door, mumbling something to Deputy Sean Grayson, who responds.
Why would it hurt you? You called us.
The conversation appears to be wrapping up about a minute later.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Then deputies ask more about that car and wind up coming inside Massey's house for some questions. They notice the stove is on. Massey goes over to the pot of water, and things take a fatal turn.
Huh? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I
rebuke you in the name of...
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Deputy Grayson's body camera shows his vantage point as he raises his weapon. Massey places the pot down, puts her hands in the air, and ducks. Grayson shoots.
That may have been a little unclear to see. So Massey said something about, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and the deputy said something about, you better not, I will shoot you in the face. Just minutes ago, Massey's father, James Wilburn, talked about seeing the video of what happened.
I kind of feel like, Roxanne, it's a dream. I'm going to wake up, but kind of what to say. I saw this happen in the George Floyd matter. I saw this happen in the Breonna Taylor matter. And I had to say to God, why me? Why my child?
Her father went on to say she did have some mental health issues and at one time sought help. The Illinois State Police investigated, and the Sangamon County State's Attorney's Office determined the shooting was not justified. Grayson was fired and is now in custody. He's charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. I'm Lauren Victor reporting live in the newsroom, CBS.
All right, fellas.
Here we are again.
Yeah, Kenny. That's about the size of it right there, Kenny. Here we are again. Here we go again.
I mean, yeah.
Before we even get into the questions, and audience, look, we're gonna might need your help, audience, in helping us understand. I mean, I need a lot of help understanding this one. You know,
You're not, brother.
I'm really struggling with this one as far as trying to comprehend, you know, how we get from here to there in a, you know, before somebody can have a cup of coffee finished. You know what I'm saying? Before she can get the water to make the damn cup of coffee. How we go from here to there that fast. I just really want to yeah, Mimi, you right. You right. And we're going to do that. But I need y'all help, audience. I need the audience's help tonight. Help some brothers out on the screen. That's what we want to find out. So look, let's start the line of questioning. Q, we're going to kick it your way, audience. The questions are for you as well. So feel free to chime in with your comments and thoughts, whether it's related to the question that we have on the screen or otherwise about this situation, because all aspects need to be explored. Q.
Yes, sir.
You see the question.
Yeah.
Free phrase.
Well,
you know, go ahead. You got the question. Go ahead.
I mean, before I even get into this, I tell you, it's really truly is disturbing to have this thing just happen over and over again. Well, we're going to try to make some sense of it here for you guys tonight. These are the things that we do know. This is what we do know. The footage has shown us and what subsequent investigations have shown us. That Sonya Massey called the police. The police were supposed to protect him and to serve us. She called the police about a possible intruder at her home. The police showed up. 2 officers showed up. They responded to and investigated. They checked around the house. They looked at the vehicle and things of that nature. They then knocked at the door. One officer in particular, Officer Grayson, asked some questions at the door, and then he entered the house. They began to question Sonya even more then. And they noticed a pot of water boiling on the stove. Miss Massey goes over to the boiling water to turn the pot off. And you can see that she was not a threat to them, even with that. So he mumbled something about, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, it was said that she had some mental issues. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. She said, I took my medicine. But this is where I find the key point. Officer Grayson takes 2 steps toward her. She's way across the room. He takes 2 steps toward her, pulls his weapon, and fires. She tried to protect herself. So she was not in a position where she was attacking it at all. She tried to put her hands up, and he shoots her in the head and kills her. Kills her. Murdered her, I would say. Murdered her. That's what we know.
Thank you. Thanks for recapping, just to get the facts out, Q, because, so often we judge without the facts and all of that, or, sometimes our lying eyes lie to us, Kenny. But, that's what they try to tell us anyway. Your eyes lying to you. But
what I just saw, I didn't see.
Exactly. You know how that is, Arden. So, but anyway, Kenny, I'm gonna come your way and let you opine, brother. On
I don't know if y'all noticed before I get started. I don't know if y'all noticed in the video, he had his hands on his gun for a few seconds before this even popped off.
Yep.
So we already know where his mind was at that point. She's way across the room. I don't know if you can throw water that far to even get to somebody. He has a taser. He could have used a taser. Those were all afterthoughts. But I'm going to give you a little bit of background on Mr. Grayson. And I want y'all to pay close attention, because this is going to show a disturbing pattern. And this is going to make you ask yourself, or ask the police force in Illinois, why was he even there in the first place? First of all, he was discharged from the United States Army for serious misconduct. But he was given a general discharge. Now, knowing what I know, that usually means he did something serious enough, like probably most likely not obeying orders, doing his own thing. They gave him a second chance. They probably gave him a third chance, because that's what happens when you get a general discharge. It's not like you do something stupid and they kick you right out with a dishonorable discharge. So whatever he did, which was more than likely disobeying orders, he got kicked out of the Army. That was his first thing. Pay attention. Prior to doing the police force, he had 2 back-to-back DUIs. I believe it was 15, 16, 16, 17.
Dang.
Back-to-back DUIs.
God damn, he was just a walking menace, the way you were breaking it down.
Time bomb. So not only is he a loose cannon, he's a drunk loose cannon.
Yes.
Okay. So he joins his first police department, Illinois. He was cited. This was one of his 6 agencies that he worked for in 4 years. 6 agencies. Now, a couple of times he moved, or one of the times he moved because he didn't want to be the required distance from the job, and one was part-time. But the rest were for incidents. His first incident, he was cited for failing to obey a command. Here we go. We just talked about this previously. Here we are again. Failing to obey a command as a police officer. Loose cannon. He gets on to his next job. He resigned from that one in Logan County, Illinois, where he had to take what was called a high-stress decision-making class. You want to know why? They were on a high-speed chase. High-speed chases, as you know, it's up to the supervising officer to terminate or to continue the chase, depending on the safety. If like they're speeding through neighborhoods at 70, 80 miles an hour, they terminate the chase is over, they'll get you later. This is what he did. Upon hearing the chase was terminated, he turned the lights off on his police cruiser and continued to chase at speeds up to 100 miles an hour until he ended up hitting a deer.
Get the hell out of here, Kenny. Stop BSing.
This was his assignment right before he got to where he was when this happened. He ignored his boss, continued to chase at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour. He ended up hitting the deer. That could have been a person.
How does somebody like this get hired over and over? This is crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. It's we've already shown instances of him of not listening to a loose cannon, not listening to direction. At this point, he joins the Sangamon County, Illinois Police Department, and the rest is history. That's why we're here talking to you tonight. It was determined, listen to this, his shooting of Miss Massey was unjust, reckless, and a poor decision. He has demonstrated before, during, and even after his tenure as a police officer of poor decision making and not listening to direction. So the question now becomes to the Sangamon County Police Department, why was he even on the force? Who makes these decisions? Who reviews these resumes? Who does these interviews? Who talks to these officers before they even put on the force? Will they just give you a badge and a gun? Here's your
Arden, I see you shaking your head, Arden. Answer Kenny's question. I see you shaking your head, Arden. You actually got a thought. Kenny said, who does this? Who checks these people? Who hires these people?
You know, the funny thing about it is that they supposedly go through a physical test or evaluation and a mental evaluation. And at one point in time, myself and Lenny Knight were pulled over in front of our own business the first day we were about to move in with about, I don't know, about 12, 14 cops out there. And finally a supervisor came and he said that, they go through this process because at that time, little Lenny was applying and looking into it. And I said, man, there's a mental requirement. There's some sort of mental evaluation. That shit's broke. It's broke. And it's been broke. But the problem is when you allow somebody that we complained about that night leave instead of prosecute them and weed them out. And then if anybody brings them on, it should be the county or the municipality is liable when somebody hires somebody to act upon them or act for them as an agent. They should be also able to be sued because you knew who you put on the street.
Yes.
That screening process has definitely failed them in this case.
Oh, without question. And sometimes it's just flat out.
They should be held liable for that. They should be held liable. They're partially responsible for putting that killer on the street.
Putting that person on the street.
Well, look, Benjamin Crump is going out there. He's gonna be all up in it because that's what Ben Crump do.
Here's the thing, man. For anybody that wants to support that, I'm just saying he's putting it out there that he wants to. This guy, if Trump had his way, this guy would already have immunity. You couldn't do nothing to him.
I was talking about Benjamin Crump, the black attorney that works with that usually works with families of situations like this. Benjamin Crump got a bustling business because they want to keep killing black people.
Yeah, he's a modern day Johnny Cochran is who he is.
Exactly, you're right. But look, I want to transition to the why behind these. Now look, I'm asking the audience to help me understand. The audience, y'all been throwing up some great comments. Thank you very much. Cheryl Queen threw up on wow. She said, wow. Where were those around him afraid of it? Yeah. The folk, I guess you're talking about the co-workers around him. Did he intimidate them or did he threaten them? She says she's confused. I'm not understanding the history, all this history, yet he's continued allowed to operate in this capacity. So I want to ask you, segue in a little bit different from her comments. Why do these things keep happening to people of color in America? Or is it? Or are they just not announcing the other ones? They just announced the black people and the Hispanics and the brown people's incident. Maybe it's a lot of them happening to somebody else. We never hear about them. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're just happening to us.
Well, I mean, there's
what does this say about the culture, the reflection, and law enforcement?
Everybody, but us more than most, because I mean, let's be real, police were initially created to chase down property, and the property looked like me and you, so that starts it. But the bottom line is that there's a culture that we all know. I mean, because all of us have had that talk with our children. Everybody on here, everybody I see on here has had a talk with their children in reference to engagement and how to engage. So there is a culture of not getting the service that you're supposed to get, even though you pay for it. So that is realistically what it is. And now you have a lot of nationalists that have already penetrated the police department across the country. And that's been said not by myself, but by the FBI. Their study showed that, the white Christian nationalists, or we say racists, some of them, well, most of those organizations would be deemed that, have infiltrated law enforcement across the country. And some people are coming in, and there's shortfalls, but that's your comrade or whatever you want to call it, and you bring them aboard because
it's your fraternity. That's your fraternity, brother. The fraternal order of the police,
And I mean, there's some fraternities within the fraternity, and that's why I said, you know what? I'm not throwing the fraternal order of the police under the bus, but I am saying that there are good police out there, and there are good people out there, and I'm saying I'm gonna call bullshit. If you good and you stand beside the guy that's doing something wrong, just like if 5 black kids are riding in a car and one fool sticks his hand out the window and shoots somebody, all 5 go to prison. So if you with somebody and you don't stop his ass and you don't lay him down, the other guy should have pulled his gun out and said, man, look, get out of here, man. Put your gun down. Let's go. And if he didn't, then his ass need to go to jail too.
Because
the bottom line is that
certain amount of complicity.
Accountability, there will be no stopping. So I'm glad they charged. I'm concerned they charged him with first degree because that, there's some slippery slopes there. I can get out because it's not first degree, it's second, or whatever that is, or whatever you want to call it. It's just, it's concerning because it's a mindset. And right now, I would say this happening for her to not die in vain. People really need to organize. And guess what? They need black people in this next election more than any time, every time. People need to organize and ask what they want and make
that's a perfect comment for to segue on, Art, because Sonya Massey, this event, unfortunate shooting, this murder, you can call it whatever you want, what your eyes saw. Happened in Chicago.
Yes.
Ironically, the DNC, which is Democratic National Convention, is scheduled very soon in Chicago. Should this be highlighted on the should this have a place? Should her mom or parent be invited to come speak so we can shine the light on such racist fraternal members, like you said, not all police, but on some of them.
Absolutely.
What you fellas think, audience? What you think?
Well, I say absolutely.
Yes.
Because one of the things I can say is that we talk about how things are in this country right now, and how they want to take things. See, instead of moving forward, they want to bring things back, let's pull things back. And one of the things we have to do is address those who are trying to pull things backwards. Part of that is making examples of situations like this, putting them in the forefront, letting voters know what's going on, letting voters know why there's a choice in whether we come backwards or move forward. Because if we move backwards, this type of thing is going to continue to happen time after time after time. And we have to draw a line in the sand and stop this type of thing from going on in our communities of people of color. And Arden said, there's some good man. I have friends that are policemen.
Your family that's police.
Mm-hmm. So there's some great policemen, but there's always a few bad apples in the bunch that spoil the whole. One bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And the other thing I'd like to say, have you guys ever noticed the way white assailants are handled compared to black assailants? Remember the young guy who shot up the church shot up the church? How he was treated when he was arrested? Mm-hmm. They wanted to take him to Burger King and stuff. I almost said something else. They almost wanted to take him to Burger King and get him a meal when they arrested him. Compared to when others were funded, they have their face stuck to the ground, knees put in their back, choked down on the street, things of that nature. The difference in how black people are handled compared to white people is staggering sometimes, man. Natural, I know you find that frustrating. I find it frustrating as hell, man. Frustrating as hell.
Absolutely, and I hope they do bring it up because it has to be brought up. And I believe it was Cheryl made a good point about the other officers. A police officer, you can come on and talk to me and listen to me and look at a few things in my record. And in your mind, you create a profile about me. You may be 90% right, and if you only know me probably for 30 minutes. You mean to tell me you work with this guy every day for years and you don't know that he's capable of this? You don't know his mindset? I'm gonna call BS.
Yeah, because it was enough red flags given from the 6 previous jobs or the 5 previous jobs. I'm sure that they had to have some type of historical reference from the other police departments.
Let me ask you this, Lenny. Let me ask you this. You hire people. Now, if somebody was going to just drive your vehicle, he ain't got no more power than Okie Doke, but he driving your vehicle all day. Are you going to know or not if he had 2 DWIs or DUIs in the last 2-3 years? Would you know that?
Preach, brother, preach.
I'm just asking you, and he ain't got no power. He just driving your car.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I mean, if somebody wrote. I was looking at a comment online. He said, "Man, I work for Pizza Hut, and they did a better background check on me." I cried laughing. But think about it.
No, I hear you though, man. I hear you big time. So look, here's the big question, because I mean, this show really did. I mean, this subject matter, and not just for Massey, but also for all the other victims that are stories told and untold. Just like Mimi said, there was a shooting in New Jersey over a woman over the weekend, Sunday.
I didn't even hear about that.
Has not yet aired, and that's in your neighborhood, Kenny, but it has not yet aired or become viral news. But here's the big question for everybody.
What you gonna do?
Do you feel comfortable?
That's the question I want to ask.
I believe that's going to be less. That's going to be leaning towards no more after this incident.
Everybody looking, can you please write down yes and no? And shoot, we can hold tight. We're gonna just talk about something. We're gonna just keep talking for a couple more seconds, and just let people write down yes and no. I don't want to, poison the water, but.
I mean, it's look. Let me just talk about something. While audience, we really want to know yes or no where you are, because we just want to gauge the room, read the room, as they say. But Q said something very important a couple of minutes ago. If a certain administration wins election, a certain candidacy, let me put that, not administration, but if that certain candidacy wins election and it rolls out their administration and their platform with something called Project 2025, it is a precursor to a dystopian future that nobody really wants to live in, because it's like a regression in time, a regression in history that, for the most part, your parents and grandparents lived to, and a lot of Gen X, Y, Zs, millennials have never experienced. We may have experienced a tip of it when we're in our early childhood, but I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to live in those times. You do not want to live in those times. And while you sleepwalking your asses through life right now, not paying attention to what the is going on, your ass is about to have a real rude awakening.
People need to wake up. Wake
Now,
up.
I'm going to get off my high horse because sometimes
but you know what? You're absolutely right, though, Lenny, because realistically, a lot of this stuff right here, if we focused on local elections and really voted, a lot of the communities we live in, we would have a lot more control and people would respond a whole lot different.
Lenny, if you can finish your thought,
because you'll put in the chief. You'll put the chief in the office. And you know the chief because you put him there.
Yeah. But Lenny, if you can finish your thought, because I like where you were going with that, and I know you had some more you wanted to say about that. If you would just finish that off.
No, no, it's all good. It's dialogue is good. I'm just saying. Look, next week we're dedicating an entire show to one of the hottest stories in the news in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and that's Kamala's. Let me get it right. I don't want to be the wrong one.
Come on,
Kamala
man.
Harris is hot a couple of weeks because of what's going on, and we have people coming on to really experts on 2025, the platform that's being touted by the Republican Party, and it's y'all need to stop and take a look at stuff, and I'm urging all the young people, because elections usually give people of our age and certain demographics of age, race, and ethnicity, that type of thing. But the way that the White House is usually won is through the young vote. If you spark the young vote, it's like no accounting for that, because it's hard to get them to do any damn thing, let alone vote. But and I'm just keeping it real, and I love my young people. You know what I mean? I was one too, so I know how it was. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm just saying, without you knowing or living or experiencing any of that, or at least having your parents tell you stories of shit that happened to them in the 50s and 60s and whatnot, y'all don't know. Y'all just don't know. And with somebody that has unlimited unlimited ability to violate laws and get supported by all levels of government through laws that they put on the book, through judges that they have, targeted and spread around the country, your food stamps, your food stamps, your rights, all that. Yeah, I mean, y'all really need to go check out 2025. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, all that marriage and free to marry who you want, that's gonna be some bullshit of the past. It's gonna be a speed bump in the road of historical life in America.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling y'all.
The facts are, I mean, and the funny part about it is the people that's voting for this are the ones that are going to be extremely adversely affected also. Because there's more welfare in rural areas than it is in cities. And people don't get that. They put black face or brown face on welfare and that, as far as that's concerned. But I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna go down: corporate welfare. That's not going down. That's not going anywhere. And that's where we give more away, much more than the Cadillac grandmother that they want to show you that's on welfare, by far.
Well, look, y'all. This is
wrap it up, Larry.
This is the segue to what's going to be happening next week. And Margaret, Nick, you're right. Everybody, look, I urge you. We got some highfalutin, high-powered, very knowledgeable people that's in the political arena that's going to be guests next week. I just want y'all the first ones to hear this, of what next week's show is going to be about. We got folks from around the country, from a couple of different states that's going to be on as guests. And we're going to be talking some very, very serious issues from the political arena, and it affects your life. Those that say, I ain't into politics, yes, you are. Every situation in your life is political.
It's so you.
If you value your life, tune in next week. If you don't value your life, if you value your children's life, tune in next week. It ain't got to be about you.
Grandchildren.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, let's segue, folks. Let's segue. All right, so look, tonight we're going to talk about something that didn't know a whole lot about Ozempic, but I just know the commercial, Ozempic, which was, yeah, I mean, I know the commercial, but then
I've seen that quite a bit.
What the hell this is, then I'm like, whoa, hold on, what's going on?
Wow.
And the comments keep running, and y'all should definitely tune in because it's gonna be. But anyway, I didn't know much about Ozempic, but I know it was controversial. And then when Oprah and all them folks started talking, we're gonna talk about that. But let's show the commercial. Let's show the feature video. We'll come back to it, break it down on the other side.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our Knight Brothers channel, where we strive to dive deep into the latest health trends and medical breakthroughs. Today, we're diving into a hot topic that's been making waves in the health and wellness community. Is Ozempic the ultimate weight loss solution, or is it a risky gamble you should think twice about? If you're on a weight loss journey, you might have heard about Ozempic. It's been getting a lot of attention lately. But let's break it down and see if it's the game changer you've been looking for, or if there are hidden pitfalls you need to be aware of. First off, Ozempic is originally designed to treat type 2 diabetes. It's not primarily a weight loss drug. It works by mimicking a hormone called GLP-1, which helps regulate blood sugar levels. This is crucial for managing diabetes. But here's the kicker. It also slows down your digestion and makes you feel fuller for longer. Sounds pretty great, right? This dual action is what makes it appealing for weight loss. Now let's talk about the pros. There are quite a few benefits that have been documented. Studies have shown that Ozempic can lead to significant weight loss. This isn't just anecdotal, it's backed by scientific research. We're talking about an average of 14% reduction in body weight over a year. That's a substantial amount for many people. Plus, it has the added benefit of potentially reducing cardiovascular risks, which is a big win for your overall health. Lowering heart disease risk is always a plus. But on the other side of the coin, like anything else, there are cons to consider. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. Ozempic can come with a range of possible side effects. These can vary from mild to severe. Common ones include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. These can be quite uncomfortable and may deter some people from continuing the medication. Some people might experience more serious issues like pancreatitis or kidney problems. These are rare but serious side effects that need to be monitored. This is why it's crucial to have a thorough discussion with your healthcare provider. They can help you understand the risks and benefits. They can help you weigh the pros and cons in the context of your overall health and treatment goals. Personalized advice is always the best route. Another factor to consider is the cost. Ozempic isn't cheap. This can be a significant barrier for many people. Without insurance, it can run you several $100s a month. That's a hefty price tag for most. Even with insurance, copays can add up. It's important to check with your insurance provider to understand your coverage. So it's essential to weigh this expense against the potential benefits. Financial considerations are just as important as medical ones. So is Ozempic the ultimate weight loss solution? The answer isn't straightforward. It really depends on your individual situation. What works for one person might not work for another. For some, it might be a fantastic tool to aid in weight loss and improve cardiovascular health. It could be the missing piece in your health puzzle. For others, the side effects and costs may outweigh the benefits. The bottom line, it's a personal decision that requires careful consideration.
Thank you, Brother Q, for that video.
Not
Brother.
Appreciate it.
I like that. I like that right there, Kyra. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm excited for next week's show, man. Y'all definitely tune in next week. But anyway, Ozempic.
You know.
You can't. We on tour.
We got the background in the back. My background sang and my background sang.
Hey,
y'all, look.
Nick said, "I know it cost a lot of money. God dang on it."
Look, y'all. Ozempic, Q, coming your way because we took a lot of time on the other segment. But I want to know this, Q, real fast. What is Ozempic? How does it work for weight loss? Break down the details. What the heck is it? Why was it created? All of that type of stuff, brothers. Help us out.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep this as simple as possible. Ozempic, as the video said, it really wasn't created as a weight loss drug originally. It was created to treat type 2 diabetes. But what they found when people started using it, that it mimics some things that allow your body to lose weight, like GLP-1 hormone. It regulates your appetite. And also, check this out, Lanny. It regulates your insulin levels for weight loss. And if you notice, it does the same thing that fasting does.
No doubt. When you said that, I was like, that's why I said, wow.
I said, wow. I see now. I see. So
that's a quick man's way to intermittent fast, huh?
Yes. It works, and how it works by slowing down the digestive process. It slows it down, reducing your appetite. It makes you feel, less hungry, and it also increase the feeling of fullness. You know how it is when you increase that feeling of fullness. Like if you eat a lot of roughage, if you eat a lot of vegetables and things of that nature. So it helps people consume less calories. So in concert, what happens? They lose weight. That's the process of why it's working.
Wow. Okay. Very good. Kenny, I'm coming your way with a question, brother. On Arden, on Ozempic. Arden, help me out with this aspect of it, because I mean I'm still learning tonight too. How effective Ozempic has been for weight loss results? Can you give us like some clinical stuff, or what trials and studies say, like what the average people can lose and all that type of stuff?
As far as weight loss, straight focused on weight loss, not so much health. But as far as weight loss, the clinical trials showed that the average person would lose 12 to 14% of their weight. So that's great, and it's about 68 weeks, over 68-week period of time. So you gradually losing. It's fast, but it's still coming off gradually. So it's over a year, you'll lose 68 weeks. I'm sorry. Over 68 weeks, you'll lose about 12 to 14% of your body
That's
weight.
That's pretty significant amount to lose.
Now, hold up, they fluctuate. It is a significant amount, but it fluctuates if you do what the treatment states. It's not just taking that. They're telling you to take that, change your lifestyle, eat better, exercise. Does that sound like something that you heard before? It's almost like, damn. I mean, if you just ate better and exercised before, it's going to take a year, but it's going to come off. A lot of times we want an instant situation, but it does work for what the clinical trial.
That's pretty significant though, Arden, because 15% for a 200-pound person, that's 30 pounds. 30 pounds. That's pretty damn. So anyway, all right, Kenny, coming your way. Kenny, we're gonna come back to you on, but Kenny, coming your way on your question.
I'm gonna make it real quick because they kind of touched on my question in the video, but of course there are side effects, as there is with starting any new medication: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, the abdominal pain, and like they said, it can also have some serious side effects, causing pancreatic issues, and in some cases, kidney damage, kidney failure. So as my recommendation, as starting any exercise program, any new medicine, talk to your physician first, because your body is your body. It's not like everybody else's. So don't just say, oh, Oprah taking it or Tracy Morgan taking it, Sharon Osbourne taking it. No, you get checked out and make sure it works for you. But there are some side effects.
Okay, cool. I want to come back to a comment I'm gonna come back to a comment Cheryl made. She just made me laugh. We're gonna come back to it because I don't want to lose my train of thought. But Q, great comment, Cheryl. Some people should not use Ozempic. Why is that, Q?
Yeah, you have to be careful. And I'll start this by saying that, first of all, it's a prescription medication, which means that you can't even get it without going through a physician. But there's certain people who should stay away from it. People who have a history of gastrointestinal problems, diseases like pancreatitis, and things of that nature. They need to stay away from this because it could really worsen their condition. Okay, it could be something that would do them irreparable harm. So it is so important that you talk to your physician and see if it's something that's even suitable for you before even thinking about taking it. And it has to come through a doctor prescription anyway. But you definitely want to talk to your physician first. But those with gastrointestinal problems and pancreatitis and things of that nature, not a good match. Doesn't seem like it would be a good match, really. Okay, good. I'm
gonna put Cheryl's comment now. Cheryl said, my coworker took Ozempic. She lost a significant amount of weight, and after losing the weight, she became pregnant. I read about Ozempic babies. Do they go to go hand in hand? Pregnancy and Ozempic. So you get your sex.
They're doing it. Doing it
so
well.
It's the new sexy.
Wow, I'm on it, and I have to go every 6 months for my blood work to make sure it's not doing anything to my organs. Wow, okay, that's good to know. Good safety tip on it. Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm just saying, also go get colonics. It's an issue when anything slows down your processing of your food. That's why people have issues with their core. I mean, with their gut, and gut health is everything. That's your first brain. People don't say that, but that's your first brain. That gives the signal to your brain that there's a concern. It's like, I got a gut feeling. But long story short is, when you slow that down, it's bad enough right now. It takes too long for the food that we generally eat to process. If you slow it down, then more food goes bad while it's inside you. That's the only issue I see. Now, getting to the cost of the situation, because it's definitely great what it does. It definitely lowers your sugar count and everything else. And if you want to lose weight, it definitely does that also. But it's significant. I mean, like several $100s a month, and sometimes a couple $100s with insurance. People were saying, and they have good insurance. So it's definitely costly. I mean, we have some people on here that can kind of give you a definitely testimony in reference to it. But if you can afford it, it definitely works. But it's focused on a certain segment of the population.
Wow.
Right now.
Margaret Nick had an interesting comment saying that because she's prescribed for diabetes.
Yes.
The intended reason why the drug was created. She's using it for what clinical trials, why they developed it. Anyway, kidding. But she was just saying that it's hard for her because other people out here trying to buy the damn thing up. She got so they can lose weight that she can't even get a prescription refill sometimes. It's crazy.
Because they limit how much they're gonna sell you. They know you got the block hot over that joint. Margaret Nick got the spot.
They lie. What you
be a
say?
line out front as soon as the show's over. $100
Margaret might have the pharmacy working over there undercover. Don't put that on, Margaret. Kenny, talk to me about this popularity with celebrities and all that, and how maybe people see the celebrities doing.
It's really popular. It's blowing up. The hashtag Ozempic has over 1 billion views.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
1 billion views. But you got stars like Anthony Anderson, Oprah, my girl Dolores Catania from Real Housewives of New Jersey. I watched that now. I'm here. Tracy Morgan, Sharon Osbourne, Whoopi. The list goes on and on and on. But just like Margaret Nick said, it's raising concerns of people. It's being bought by not just people that need it, but people just want to use it for weight loss. And like she said, she has to wait until they order it. It's creating a lot of shorts, and the people it's affecting are the people that really need it. Because this is a diabetic. This was created for type 2 diabetes, and now people are using it for weight loss, which is a great thing. But now that the concerns are people that really need it, the diabetics, like Margaret Nick, may have to wait, and that's something that we got to look at. But it is very popular. Like I said, over 1 billion views. With a hashtag Ozempic, it has over 1 billion views already.
Wow. That's crazy.
Very popular.
That's crazy. Well, look, we're not solving no issue, just like last week about the coffee situation. We're presenting issues for you to look at, to choose, because we want to spotlight some things, because a lot of things like this are still in, you're actually the guinea pig while they go through clinical trials before they bring anything to market, just like the VAC thing.
Honeymoon,
you know what I mean?
phase of the drug, Lanny.
Yeah. Honeymoon phase. So you're basically you're basically a trial person in this phase, because it's a lot of good. It's a lot of things are still being discovered about it. But anyway, look, that's Ozempic. You decide. I like fasting, Q.
Yes.
I don't have to get a prescription.
I don't have to pay hundreds of dollars either.
Yeah.
Exercise, walking, a lot cheaper.
Yeah. But if you need it for a medical condition, most definitely so. You know what I'm saying? And so goes it, my friends. Another episode of the Night Brothers Show. Wrapping up once again. Coming to you live and direct every Tuesday. Right here on Facebook Live and on our YouTube. I don't even know if we're on Facebook tonight. I think we're only on YouTube. So if somebody's on Facebook, tell me if you're on there or not. I don't even know if we posted it to Facebook tonight or not. But anyway, great show tonight. Preceding a fantastically informative, educational, groundbreaking, historic-making show next week. I'm just telling you.
Don't want to miss it.
I'm telling you right now. It's some powerful people. I mean, very knowledgeable people that's coming on next week. We're so honored to even have them on the show as guests to talk about it's just a tremendously important subject. Counting down 90 days to what's the rest of your life going to be like. What the rest of your life could be like. Let me put it that way. Just think about that statement. Think about that statement I just said right now. Next week's show is talking about.
Just think about this.
Go ahead, jump in, help me out.
Think about this, man, for real. Look, the guy that, if you want to vote for the dude, the little Dorito dude, I'm sorry, straight up, the little guy that looked like a burrito, you want to vote for him, the same guy that shot that person, that shot that sister in Chicago, would have autonomy. He wouldn't even be charged. It wouldn't even be a problem.
Whew! That's something to think about, right there, brother.
You for that? And I mean, and I hate to say it, it's hard for me to see a brother say that he wants to vote for him because of just that point alone. I can't see it. Nobody needs that type of power, for real. I agree with Biden when he was talking about the judges. They need a term limit, and then they need some sanctions. They need something. They billion dollar playboys, and playgirls, playing with billionaires.
Well, that's why they need to tune in next week, Art. They need to tune in because we got some people that worked at the highest level of the land in this game to really give you some insight and some opinions and some knowledge. So look on YouTube, look on Facebook. There'll be advertisements coming out because we really want this show is more educational too, because we want to kind of, and Q, it's a first in a 3-series part. We're doing a 3-series part on the election.
Yeah, they're going to be
on the upcoming election. And this is
the first.
Go ahead, Q. Tell them about that, man.
Well, this is just the first of a series of roundtables we're going to have concerning the presidential, not only the presidential election, but all the down ballot elections as well, because they are super, super important, from our local election to our senatorial election to our gubernatorial election, and Congress and everything included, even the voting initiatives. So we want to cover all of those things, and it's going to be a no-holds-barred discussion with some people from different segments of the country who have agreed to be a part of this show, and we're looking forward to it, man. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up, and mainly we're gonna hear from you as well. But we want to hear from our guest. You know, we're gonna take a back seat as host and hear from our guest. That's what we have in mind.
All right, brothers. Until next Tuesday, peace and love to the family. Peace and love to the viewers. Peace and love to everybody in the sound of my voice, whether you see it now or on a repeat show, on a rebroadcast. We love y'all. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Legends of the Past and Future. Mr. Armand Wallace and his fantastic crew, Ayana and Jeannie and Roger and his co-hosts. They're all on on tomorrow night. So I know you're busy, but you know what? I know you're busy, and I know it's a lot of choices you can have on any night, especially at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays and 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. But these local broadcasts like this bring value to your life. So don't sell a local short, baby. Don't sell them short, baby.
Absolutely.
All right, Q. Peace and love, everybody. Q.
Deuces. Next week, guys. Everybody stay focused.
See y'all next week. Please do not miss it.
Spread the word. Spread the word, man. Share.